That's why EMDR works.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is mind-blowing. Okay. I knew I was gonna learn something from you today. Because I always do.
Sabrosura pa' ti que qué.
She was crying when she wrote it. She didn't know yet it was going to be sci-fi. She just knew it was the scene she needed. The one that came out of a therapy session where she finally saw herself as a little girl and stopped blaming herself for something that happened when she was 5. She's an actress, a writer, and director, and you may know her from Las Tres Sisters or from the CBS, NBC, and Showtime credits that don't tell you she spent 15 years waiting for someone to hand her permission to make Latina stories. Latine stories, Latino, Latina, no sé. Ay, no sé qué usamos now. Latina stories before she stopped waiting. Her short film, iChild, just became Oscar qualifying. She wrote it in one sitting, channeling something she didn't fully understand until she was done. Yoy, she's here to talk about what she learned on the set of that film, which she directed during the LA fires, with ash falling around them, a crew full of their own trauma, and a producer quietly pulling her aside to say, um, you're too nice to be a director. About people pleasing that started at 5. About learning that making someone feel heard and making your vision real aren't always the same thing. Yo soy Pam Covarrubias, and this is Café con Pam. Bring up your cafecito. This one is for the girl who's been taking care of everyone in the room and still is asking herself if she's allowed to lead. Marta, welcome back to Café con Pam. Welcome back because you've been here before.
Yes, I know. It feels like this beautiful reunion. You were such a huge part of our release of Las Tres Sisters. You were the first podcast we did. You came and did our Q&As in San Diego. It was such an honor. It really meant a lot to
I
us.
mean, it was an honor for me for you to reach out and be like, and I was like, oh, sure, I'll do it. But then you were everywhere. Like it took off, which is awesome.
It took off. It took off. And we just released it in Central America, which was a dream for me because I'm Costa Rican, actually. I know
Yeah.
I play Mexican in Las Tres Sisters, but so my family, we filled the theaters because there's a lot of them there. And it did really well. It
That's
did well.
awesome.
Hmm. I was curious because it's about the Mexican culture. But translate all the laughs in the right places, all the tears in where we want it. I was like, yes.
Nice. That's so cool. So the movie, even though it was released a while ago, it's still going.
It's still go. We haven't done Mexico yet. That's this year. I know. We're still going. This film is working our butts off. It's just like gonna never end.
Well, I'm from Mexico City, so
You are going to help spread the
let
word,
me know.
honey. I will let you know for sure. We don't have dates yet, but as soon as we do, I'll let you know.
Yeah, I'm looking for a reason to go back. So,
Okay.
keep me
I'll go with
posted.
you. Absolutely.
How
You'll be
fun.
our Q&A.
Yes, en español, let's go.
Vamos.
Pero hoy we're here for a different movie. So you did a short,
Hmm.
and this time you were on the other side of the camera.
Yes. Yeah.
How was that for you?
I feel like I can do anything now.
Yes.
It's wild. It's wild. I've always considered myself a storyteller. I was writing plays since I was little, just for my family to perform. I've always liked writing. And then directing is something that came out of necessity because I wanted to control the story, the
Mhm.
outcome.
Mhm.
And I wanted to make sure it was my vision fully. And I had no idea that I had that in me. And so when this program came across my desk, Women Behind the Lens with Sony Entertainment, with Women in Film, Broken English Productions, and Jolene Rodriguez. I thought, well, there's this scene I wrote after a therapy session that feels like it's appropriate for this program. Let me develop it a little bit more. Like, because I use writing to heal myself.
Yes.
I mean, anything that I do is either it has to have purpose and healing. It's just my MO with art. So then I submitted and I got this wonderful grant to be a part of this program and have these wonderful mentors and Jaina or Lee Ortiz, who's a very talented actress that people may know from Station 19. And right now, RJ Decker is really fun if they haven't seen it on Disney and Hulu. She, when she said yes, I got really nervous because I'm a fan of her work.
Yeah.
And then the bar was set. I was like, okay, I have to make sure that, I know what I'm doing as a director. And I've directed other things. It's not that I didn't, but it's always been with community, friends,
Mm.
actors, peers that I know. So this was my first set with the crew I didn't know, with actors I didn't know. And I proved to myself that I have become an expert in my field
Yes.
because I just leaned on everything that I know and also leaned on the professionals around me to fill in the gaps, but to make sure that my vision was still heard because in the end this needed to be from a female perspective, my perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I surprised myself quite a bit. I feel like I've grown.
Totally. So when you mentioned you had moments of doubt and you allowed others to fill in, talk to me about those moments and what led you to not want, because it's a very, like, women are nurturers, we are socialized to fill in the gaps. And so how did you get yourself to allow others to fill in the gaps without losing the story?
Well, I talked to several female directors specifically because it's a different experience for women. I talked to several of my working director friends, and the biggest thing they told me is don't feel like you need to know everything
Mm.
because women feel like we're always having to prove ourselves, especially in a role where it's mainly dominated by men. And they said, lean on your team and it's okay, but also make sure that your team is fulfilling your vision. And most of the time, they'll want to. They want to make
Mm.
you happy. They want to bring the story to life with you. So I felt like I had permission, like it wasn't taking away from me proving, like I didn't have to prove. It was truly a collaboration. The trick is with me is that I always want people around me to do well and feel heard. And as a director, that can waste a lot of time.
Yeah.
So one of the producers from the program stepped in on day one. She goes, "Listen, you're so lovely. And I love that you're like, hey, is that how do you feel about what we just did there?" And she goes, bring that back a little bit because it's going to waste time. You're going to need to just be like, we're good. Let's move on.
Trust your instincts.
Yes. And a lot of it was also just making sure that people feel heard around me. I didn't realize that was my MO. I didn't realize how much of a people pleaser I was going to be in a director role too.
Wow.
So I learned that it's okay to just do what I need and what I want and to get the things that I had already been planning for weeks. And we had another layer. The fires were happening at the same time. That's when we filmed.
Oh my gosh.
The LA fires were raging
As you're recording?
as we are recording. So there was a sense of making sure everyone's okay that I had to kind of block out what was happening, be aware of it. But I chose to do a speech in the beginning. Hey, I know a lot of us are on edge. I know that we have people who have been evacuated, but I know that you're here because you want to be and you want to put it in your art. So let's put it all in our art. Let's stay focused
Mm.
and safe, obviously. And so, and we were supposed to film the week they started, and there was ash literally falling down around us and I'm in Highland Park, and it felt like Armageddon, and the producers wanted to keep going.
Wow.
And we had our young actress who you saw.
Yeah.
She's phenomenal,
The
right?
little girl?
Eve. Oh my God, the little
Yes.
girl, right? Oh my God, Eve, so good. She flew in. She was already in town. Her parents had flown her in because she's from Florida.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I know, and I felt pressure. I felt pressure to make sure that their trip wasn't wasted. But then as I was talking to the producers, I said, listen, if Jaina and Eve are willing to push, I'm willing to push. We need to push because they wanted to keep going for it. I said, this is not okay because some of our crew don't know if they're going to get evacuated. There was just a lot of stress.
Yeah.
And so we pushed it just a week. We had to replace some crew, but it gave us, an idea of what was happening because
Mm.
they started to contain the fires. Not they were contained, but we knew it wasn't going to continue spreading. And so But it also gave me a week to plan and choreograph and do things that I didn't get a chance to do. So
Oh, so it was in your favor in a way.
it was in my favor. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I always say it all happens for a reason. I'm like, okay, this is how we're supposed to do it. So it was wild because they were looking at me as the director. You make the decision, you make the call.
No pressure.
Yeah. No pressure.
So, given that you shared you found your people pleasing tendencies,
Mhm.
how did you get to a place to start making decisions? So, it was very kind of that producer to come and be like, you need to dial it back a little, not to
Mhm.
ask so
Mhm.
many
Mhm.
questions. So, maybe that was like one way to model in a way. And
Mhm.
how did you continue and keep that up without being like, ooh, are they going to be mad at me?
Yeah. So as an actress, I've had the privilege to watch both male and female directors closely. I've always watched them on set. And so it's almost like you know how Beyonce has Sasha, her stage person?
Oh, you have your alter ego?
I mean, I don't have a name yet, but I said, "You know what? This is where I have to go. You're a director. It's okay to be direct." Which is
Mm.
hard for me to be very direct. I was like, "Did I say that where your feelings are okay?" I'm a Cancer as well. I
Oh,
believe in
she
signs.
feels.
I feel it all. I feel everyone's feelings in the room. So there's also this hunger. If I just focus on the story, just focus on what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, then it just brings me back in
Mm,
because then I want to get it right. I want to get it done and I want to tell this one story. And so that also continued to help me as, someone goes, I can feel somebody's energy and we're doing something, they're getting tired, they're ready for lunch. And my caretaker person wants to be like, okay, let's hurry this up. But once I'm like in the zone,
mm,
and you have to stay in the zone and quiet the no, yeah, you have to quiet all the noise. Um, but yeah, it was a good school in
mm.
a sense because I'm directing my first feature next year.
Oh, fun.
Yes, so
Okay.
I needed that practice. And I also there was also the content of it because it is about SA. It is about the trauma and people who have PTSD. And there were crew members who were revealing a lot to me
Oh my gosh.
about their own. It just opens up a conversation.
Yeah.
Whenever you're doing something that is from based on my own true story, not that this was my story, but I had it happen to me when I was little. And so I wanted to heal that. I because I shared that with the crew and let them know that this is a safe space. If there's anything here that triggers you, I had Virginia. Remember Virginia
Mhm.
Novello from Las Tres Sisters? So she's a healer.
Yeah.
She's a Tantra healer. So I said she's here and available if anybody needs to talk to her. And so there were a few people like who got a little triggered because they were facing things. Um, and I even one night after our first night of shooting, I walked one of our crew members to their car because they needed to
Mm,
release. And I have boundaries because I don't want to take on everybody's and there's work to do. But there was the time.
mm.
I could take 10 minutes to walk someone to the car because that's what I wanted the film to do. I wanted it to open up and heal.
Totally.
And part of it was their gratitude. Thank you for creating this safe space for us.
That's awesome.
Right. And so there was a lot of responsibilities happening at the same time, a lot of layers.
So many layers. Now, I don't wanna spoil the film. So it's a short, so it's 15 minutes roughly,
Mhm.
and I don't know if you know this, but I do inner child work in my coaching practice.
I do not know
Yeah.
this.
So when I was watching it, I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is literally, like, how my sessions happen." I'm gonna, like, tell my clients, "Watch this so you know what to expect." It's so
You
good.
can absolutely use it. I give you permission.
Thank you, thank you.
Permission. I will. I mean, I am making the feature of it, but I give you permission for using
It's
it for healing.
so good, like, it literally, because my brother, when I was watching it, my brother walked by and he was like, that literally is because 'cause I've done inner child work with him, and he was like, "That is, like, the illustration of what happens when you take us to the subconscious and meet our inner child," and I'm like, "Dude, this is amazing." And so, thank you for creating it.
I am getting chills. I had no idea. You know that iChild is like because of tech, it's a
Yes.
sci-fi, but it stands for inner child.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
And it was, I wrote a scene, that main scene, not in that way, but after a really intense inner child session
Wow.
with my therapist that I've had for 15 years. I love her. And it was the first time I was able to forgive myself because I could see
Mm.
myself as a child,
Yes.
because I've always taken it on as my fault,
Mhm.
even as adult. But I'm gonna tell you, the inner child work was not done. I'm sure it's never
Oh, you
done.
have.
You can continue to go back in.
Yes.
But I had no idea how much I needed it until after I was done with the film. And I have been in EMDR doing inner child work since it's been a year now.
Nice. I do brain spotting. Have you heard of that?
No.
So brain spotting was discovered through a therapist who was doing EMDR. And so instead of going bilaterally, he stopped and he was working with his client who was a competitive ice skater. And she had come from an abusive childhood and lots of trauma. She couldn't do a triple jump. And so he was like, there has to be a psychological block there. So let's explore. So he was doing EMDR. Back in the day when you use the finger. Now there's like all these things.
I mean, I do the
Oh, you do
paddles.
the pat those are fun.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
So, like, but then it was he was trained by the woman who started it. And yeah. So he noticed that at a certain space, her eyes would wobble. And he was like, "Wait, what's happening here?" So intuitively he stopped. And then her eyes kept wobbling in that spot. And she was like, a flood of memories came. She saw herself at 6 years old or 5 years old or whatever, like a scene came in and she processed. And a few days later, she calls him and she's like, guess who just did a triple jump? Yeah.
I feel like I need this brain spotting.
Yeah. And so that's how brain spotting was born. And now, like, it's been 25 years and it's been studying all the things. And I got trained on it because one of my clients was a therapist. She was like, you need to get on this because I do tapping. And
Okay.
so
Okay.
she was like, "I think brain spotting is just going to add on to the toolbox." All that to say, um,
So you're taking clients is what you're saying?
I am taking clients, but I'm not pitching you. I'm just saying the MDR is a
So you're
catalyst of
taking
of brain spotting.
I would love to understand, because I right now I'm using my own memories
Totally.
that I've only been able to tap into, and I'm having like mind-blowing moments, right? Where I'm like, "Oh, I didn't realize this meant this in my life. I didn't realize I was living my life for other people's pleasure."
Yes. Oh,
That I learned at the age of 5 that my life, my body, myself was for other people's pleasure, and hence people pleasing,
mhm,
right? As
mhm.
I'm like dealing with the trauma on set. You don't think people pleasing is a trauma,
Totally. I mean, it's seen as like service. It's masked as
right?
service. Like I'm just
Right?
servicial.
Uh, And it feels so good. I was like, you like it. I'm being nice and you like it. So but I would like to access things that I don't even know I'm holding on to that are still there as trauma.
So what happens, just for you and for the listeners, so if this is the model of the brain, frontal cortex, so this is our thinking brain, this is the brain that
Hmm.
says, yes, you should buy the purse or you should buy lunch, this one. This is the limbic
Right.
brain, so the feeling brain. This is where your hippocampus, like subcortical brain, where your memories exist, your subconscious lives here. And then the mammalian brain, which is the ancient brain that controls your respiration, blinking, breathing, things that you don't think about. We actually start from the bottom up. And so what happens is your eyes are here. The optical nerve
Hmm.
bypasses the thinking. That's why EMDR works. Brain spotting bypasses your thinking brain. So you don't have to tell me what it is. Your eyes will tell me what it is because it goes straight into the limbic and you literally start feeling without intellectualizing it. It's really fun. Yeah. That's why EMDR works.
Hmm. Hmm. This is mind blowing. Okay. I knew I was going to learn something from you today, because I always do. I
Yeah.
always do. Because this is why the world needs healing. They need to
So
understand mental
much.
health.
So much. And that's why your film is so good because it could be a catalyst for people to start understanding the things like you just said, people pleasing comes from something that you lived. Like you created that story around an experience. And sometimes they
Mhm.
don't even connect to each
Mhm.
other,
Mm-mm.
and that's
Mm-mm.
that's where the work is really important. But I think through art and film, and that's where I think I see it as a window of opportunity for people to be like, "Oh, it doesn't have to be, this overly produced, like, retreat." You can literally be in a room and be like, "Oh, let me just write a letter to myself," and
I would say seeing yourself as a little kid, because for us, we're very as adults, most of us, I would say, are very forgiving to
Mhm.
children, and we see their innocence, and it's hard to see the eye that way, right? And now, like, I just the other night, I had coffee a little too late, and I know not to do that. And then I was stressed because my mother was dealing in Texas with some major flooding and
Mm.
warnings, and so it was a all night thing. So I was a little anxious, and then I got woken up by one of the kids, and I couldn't go back to sleep, and I started panicking, and I started doing a little bit of talking to the little girl.
Yes.
I said, "You know what? You're safe, and your mom is safe, and you're okay." And
Mm.
I didn't do that before. I did EMDR, and I couldn't believe how quickly that calmed everything down. That it's always your inner child that is scared.
Totally. Well, and I think what was really powerful about iChild is how through the scene, you were able to see the adult, or more so the child, asking for support from the adult. When
Mhm.
she's like, "I'm not good at anything." And then the adult finally sees that inner child, like that little girl that's like, "Don't say that." Like, to me, that I was like, "Yeah, you wouldn't talk to a girl like that. Why do you say that about yourself?" And so it was like, a beautiful reflection, like a way to mirror, like seeing the little girl be like, "I'm not good at anything because you tell me this all the time." And she's like, "OMG." And she realized.
You saw
I saw.
that. There's a line closer to the end, and I don't know if it'd give it away, so I don't know if I can say it, but it's something that I learned in therapy, but it gets me every time when the little girl leans down to her,
Mm,
and she's like, "You don't have to believe it.
yes,
You just have to say it, and one day maybe you will." Because I believe so much in self-talk, it has changed my life, and in the beginning, you definitely don't believe things that you're trying to change, but then eventually you start believing it.
totally.
That
You
inner
reprogram.
voice is so loud. You're reprogramming yourself. If we could talk about it like science, you're reprogramming those synapses, those wires. The brain
Mhm.
is an organ, people, just like a heart.
Yes, yes, yes. And it regenerates, and it's really fun.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, I wanna backtrack to the beginning a little bit, because you said you wrote this scene after a therapy session, and when you were like, "I'm going to apply to this program," how did you know that was the one to enter? 'Cause I'm sure that's not the only thing you've written.
No, it's definitely not. I had plenty of shorts. I have so many shorts that I still need to produce that who knows if they'll, but I write things when they come to me.
Mhm.
This one wasn't even written yet though, but I was pulled to it because the way they worded the program, that it was women behind the lens, and they didn't have like a theme, they didn't have a specific genre, but they said that women have a tendency to be more empathetic behind the lens. There was like
Mm.
words in there that's like, that's why we need to see through your eyes, and that they feel like that's important, that the world needs to see through the female lens.
Ooh.
And this felt like there was a lot of feminine I could bring to it, a lot of myself. It felt it was something that it called to me as soon as I read it. I thought that scene. And it was not a sci-fi. So when I sat down, it was almost like I was channeling. And that doesn't happen every time as a writer. You just kind of like, I'm having to map it out. I'm trying to outline. I'm like, I get in my head a lot. This one was literally feeling. And the fact that it came out sci-fi shocked me.
Mhm.
And truly, I think it was because I wanted to figure out how to reveal the little girl in that way. And I through writing it, I was crying
Yeah,
and I
I'm
was
sure.
feeling, and it just, and as it continued, I said, this is the one. This is the one, because I still had like a month to submit. So then I finally submitted, and they called me after reading it. They're like, this is phenomenal.
Yay.
This is phenomenal, but how are you going to shoot this on this budget? Because it's a $30,000 budget, which isn't a lot for
No.
shorts. There's a lot of programs out there like 50 to 100, and which I'd like those, by the way, too. I have lots of ideas in that
Yes.
price range. But but I said, listen, I'm a low budget independent filmmaker. I know I have a vision for this. I know how I'm going to make it happen. So they trusted me and accepted the film.
That's awesome.
It's wild. It's wild to think like, though, it's sometimes you're just following that inner tuition and that spark, right?
Totally.
Because I've submitted to so many grants and programs, and I've gotten a lot of no's, but I keep trying because I know that there's a lot of people. It's their turn. I
Totally.
was like, one of these will be mine, and this one was, and I think it was. I think it's right now people are looking for healing and authenticity.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
know,
You did an awesome job.
thank you.
Tell us all the places and spaces where people can find it, watch it, support it.
Okay. So right now, I'm not putting it out there for people to see
Okay.
yet, unless you're local and you can go to one of the festivals that it's in. I always post that on my page at Marta M Cross on Instagram.
Yep.
It's also on Facebook for those who like Facebook. Marta Mendez Cross, and then I will be making it into a feature. So once that is available, you just follow me and then you'll be able to be on that journey. Right now, it's playing at the Los Angeles Independent Film Festival at the Chinese Man, which is really not La Leaf. It's very exciting. They just awarded J Lo last night with the Adelante Award. I was like, oh my God, her skin is butter. J Lo. But it's a beautiful festival because they showcase all of our stories, and so it's great to have it there. And then yeah, I'll just keep everyone posted in that way.
So you're gonna show it in festivals for now.
Show it at festivals for now.
Yep.
Yeah, and then if I decide not to do the feature for whatever reason, then I will make it downloadable in public for people because I think it's important.
Totally. So important.
Mhm.
And there's more
Mhm.
like it finished and I'm like, "Y luego? What's next?"
I know.
You're
I
so
know. I
good at
love it. That's
leaving
Ah!
cliffhangers.
Yes, yes. It's hard because right now I'm writing a Christmas movie and it's also about healing and called Feliz Navidad. It was at Hallmark and they didn't make it. It was like there for like 3 years. And so I said, you know what, guys, can I have it back? And they said, yes. So they're giving me 2 years to make it. And so I'm
Okay.
rewriting it. I'm rewriting it because it's a Christmas movie for Latinos. Like I want it to be our Christmas movie. No
Yes.
pressure,
No pressure.
but we don't have a lot of those out there, but it's also healing family dynamics based on a personal experience, but through the window of fiction.
Mm,
So that has my attention right now, and then the feature of iChild will have my attention.
how fun. Okay, so what's next is still in front of camera or behind camera?
Both.
Okay.
Both. So
I saw your commercial, by the way. Your Was it a
you
car commercial? It was a car
did? Yeah,
commercial.
I have a Nissan commercial out. I have an AT&T. I have a couple ones. That's
Yes.
how mama pays the bills.
Yes. I was in on
While
a
I'm getting
commercial once,
creative.
a Verizon commercial once.
Wow. Stop
I know,
it.
and then
Did
I
you
was
say
like,
can you hear me now?
I didn't ended up like I mean, you know this. It was like all day, and then it ended up
Yes.
being like 2 seconds of my face in there.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah, I get that too. You get paid. If you have 2 seconds of your face, you get paid
You
just
get
the same.
paid, yes, and so
Yes,
that's
just
when I
make
was
sure.
like, "I wanna
That's
do more
great.
commercials, this is fun." Like,
Yes, yes, it's good. And that's how I get my health insurance, all the things. I was
nice.
like, so then I can do these independent projects and focus on Latino stories. So it's been because I think like what's right now important to show all various stories that we have in entertainment, in TV and film. We have to keep telling our stories and nobody's handing it. I know we all say this, but it truly is. So that's why I'm writing like crazy. I'm trying to put things out there. I have a web series called Liars
Nice.
that is just going to be hilarious, funny. I'm writing, I'm directing, and I'm starring in it. So that's something that I wanted to reach audiences direct and start developing online audiences and also just write and get, fun stories out there. So it's very different. It's not necessarily about healing, but it's fun.
But kind
It's
of. I
fun.
mean, laughter is healing.
Laughter is very healing. I think you'll laugh. I'll send you the pilot. I want to see what you think.
Please.
I haven't released it yet.
Oh my gosh, I would love to watch. Let's go. I've been getting on screener lists for like it just
Oh,
land like I've just been getting screeners and I'm like, this is amazing because
that's amazing.
I'm like becoming this quite the movie critic.
Oh my goodness. How do I get on the screener
I
list? Come
don't
on.
know. I just get emails, but I can like send them to
That's
I don't know how
amazing.
that
That's
happened to be
amazing.
honest, but I'm here for it.
Listen, I'll send it to my new movie critic. Please tell me if I'm on to something before I dedicate my life to the web. Is it still called the web? Am I allowed to be on the web?
Yes, I think so. Which I think it's important because I read recently that media companies are disappearing. Do you read that?
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so,
Mhm.
like, we need to be on the web independently.
No, we have to. We have to. That's why I was like, do I do another independent film? And I said, yes, I'm going to do this Christmas movie, but I also need to get to the internet. I was going to do it 15 years ago with a show called Chichi and Tucci. It was very funny. We were
Just
doing
the name is
vines.
funny.
Oh my God. We were out of our minds. And then an agent was like, this is a TV show. So then we stopped and we decided to go that route. And then it never got picked up, blah, blah, blah. So now I said, and people keep saying that about this
Pick
show.
yourself up.
Exactly. I said, I'm picking myself up. I'm going to show run my own show on YouTube. Let's go build an audience and create a platform or actually a system, like a formula for other Latino filmmakers to do. I'm like, this is what I did.
Mm,
Do this. This is how I built my audience. This is how I filmed it. I spent this amount of money. I want them to know everything
it's needed.
because we need to get ourselves out there direct to
Yeah.
audiences because we don't have people asking us for this.
And what's important is for the audiences to support.
Yes.
So also to the people watching, subscribe, rate, and review.
Yes, yes, yes.
Leave
At
comments.
Marta Cross.
Yes.
Leave comments.
Send it
At
to your
Watch
friends.
Liars.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. It'll help my mental health.
I know, it does. It does. Sometimes I'm like, how many reviews have I not gotten? And then there's a new one and I'm like, oh, people are still listening.
Yes. They love me.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, Marta. So you told us where to find you. iChild is out in festivals. We can follow you to follow the journey. So you're kind of building in public, which is awesome.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
people support, What I love is that you always bring your friends along.
Yeah.
So I see like Virginia's there, Valeria's in the movie. I saw their names in the
Mhm.
credits. I'm like,
Mhm.
that's so cool.
Yeah. Well, because I love to I want to be like Clint Eastwood where he has the same crew at all times. I mean, they're my family. We can just do things without even having to ask.
Right.
We have a rhythm now.
You read each
right?
other.
So we read each other and we support each other. If I'm feeling insecure about something, I talk through it with them. They're like, "You are the best. You get over there and you do it." I'm like, "They're my hype. They're my hype squad." It's just more fun with friends, with community. It's like it's more fun together. I always say I look better with them next to me on the red carpet. I'm like three hot Latinas together on the
Mm,
carpet instead of one.
yes. Yeah, for sure. And then you can like hold each other because I'm sure those heels are not made for
Yeah,
walking.
hold us up. That's exactly what we're doing. I was like, "Oh my God."
Bueno, Marta, this was awesome. We'll have all the links in the show notes that you give us so we can have people go visit you, follow you, all the things.
Thank you.
Support
Thank you.
independent film festivals for sure.
Yes.
It's important.
Yes. Go out to film festivals.
Yes.
Buy those tickets.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's because sometimes that's the only places they're showing Latino projects.
Yeah. So like
Mhm.
we had the San Diego Latino Film Festival
Oh, yes.
recently.
Yeah. I was there. I was there.
How was it?
With iChild. It
Yeah.
was great.
What
I loved
response did
it.
you get?
You know, I couldn't believe that it was full, one, at 9 o'clock at night. But they nominated me for Best Picture, Best Short Film, Short Narrative. So they liked it.
I mean, I think it's great. I was like, oh, this is good. It could be definitely
Thank
like
you.
it could be a series, it could be a long movie, a feature, you know. But the short gives enough
Yeah.
to it's like a great conversation starter, you know. It's one of those like watch it with your familia and then be like, so
Mm,
what did you get from
mm.
this? Let's talk about healing without talking about healing,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know.
Well, you are welcome to use it
Thank you, I
as
shall.
you heal the world.
Well, we all must through various
Yes.
ways, no? But Marta, thank you
Hmm.
so much for coming back to Cafe con Pam. This was a joy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Come back
much.
anytime.
Always a pleasure.
Yes.
Mm.
She said she wrote the scene while crying, not knowing what it was going to become. You know, one of the truest things came out that way. And I think a lot of times that's what happens without planning, without being super polished, just allowing yourself to feel with no idea that it's going to turn into something someone else needs to see. Porque Marta didn't wait until she felt like a director to direct. She stepped onto a set during a disaster, ash literally falling, her crew carrying their own wounds, a little girl flown in from Florida, and she led anyway. This is because the story mattered more than being liked. And I wonder how many of us are still waiting for someone to tell us we're allowed. How many rooms have we shrunk ourselves in, asking one too many questions, checking if everyone's okay? Because we were taught at 5 years old that keeping people comfortable was how we stayed safe. The remedio here is not confidence. It's deciding that the thing you're making matters more than the approval of the room. Because you don't have to believe it yet. You just have to say it. And one day, maybe you will. Espero que te haya gustado este episodio as much as I enjoyed it. I loved it so much. And if somewhere during the episode you recognize yourself, I invite you to take the Calladita Culture quiz. It will give you the language for the conditioning that's been running the show. It's not you, it's just how we've been socialized and conditioned. It takes you 2 minutes. cafeconpam.com/quiz. Nos vemos en la próxima. Y bueno, como siempre, sigue brillando.
Sabrosura pa' ti que